All right, how's everyone doing today? Welcome back to another video. And today I want to take everyone through a tutorial on how to edit, transfer, or work with devices or media on devices on your Samsung device. All right, so maybe you have a Samsung device and you like the software that Samsung uses to let you edit your media files, whether it be photos or videos, and you want to learn how you can work with those files and transfer those files off of your devices, or work with files that you have on other media like thumb drives on your Samsung device. This video here today is going to walk you through how to do all of that. So in particular, I'm going to walk you through how to connect up a external hard drive or thumb drive to your Samsung device. I'm going to walk you through how to work with files on your device. I'm going to walk you through how to transfer files onto your thumb drive or other media sources. All right. And this in particular is just working with Samsung devices. So this will work on any Samsung device with up-to-date software. All right. These are the materials you're going to need if you want to follow along with this video here today. So you're going to need a Samsung device. We have the S10e right here. I have a USB thumb drive, and I have a USB Type-C to USB-A adapter here. Okay. Now, if you have a thumb drive that has USB Type-C built in, you will not need the adapter. If you have an external hard drive with USB Type-C data transfer built in, you may not need the adapter. I'm only using this because to me, this is the easiest way to get this process done. All right, so let me walk y'all through how to set this up. So first, we're gonna take our thumb drive here, our USB flash drive, and connect it into our adapter here. Okay. All right. Gotta spin it around. And then now we're gonna take our adapter and plug it into our Samsung device. Okay. Boom. And you can see it's now powered on and it should connect to our Samsung device. So let me just verify here that it is connected. All right. USB storage has been added. You can see it right there. Okay. And then let me just verify on the device that it has been added. So we're going to go into my app drawer. We're going to go into my Samsung folder, and I'm going to go into the My Files area. Okay. And you can see we don't want to worry about that right there. Now we can see my SD card. Okay. And we can see my external flash drive right there. So the external flash drive with the adapter has been detected. So now the device is set up and it's ready for us to work with. Now give me a brief second. I'm going to switch to a screen recorded view of my device so we can continue working with the files, just to make it easier for everyone. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back as I make that transfer. All right, I'll see y'all in a little bit. All right, everyone. So now I've switched to a screen recording view of my Samsung Galaxy S10e device itself. And this is the view I'm going to use to walk you guys and gals through the rest of this video. All right. So in particular here, there's two particular applications that we're going to be interacting with the most for this video. The first one being the Samsung Gallery application, and the second one being the Samsung My Files application. Okay, those are the two applications we're going to be using for this video. All right, now let's say you've already connected up your adapter, everything is functioning normally, you can see your USB flash drive or external hard drive in your Samsung My Files area. Now you want to start editing or working with files or making folders. So let's say you were out on a job and you did some work for a client and you have a bunch of files that you want to work with, or you have worked with already, and you want to make a folder with them and transfer them onto your external storage or your thumb drive or hard drive to give to the client, or make copies of to give to the client. And you want to do that strictly with your Samsung Galaxy device using Samsung software, because maybe that's what you're comfortable with. So in this scenario, we're gonna pretend that we already took the photos or files, and now we're going to work with them and transfer them. So here we're gonna jump into the My Gallery area, and in here you can see I already have some files that I already took. We're gonna back out of here. Okay, I'm gonna back out of here, and you can see I have files on my device that I already worked with. All right, so for this scenario, let's say you took a bunch of files or a bunch of photos for an event and you want to work with them before you make the folder and transfer them. Well, very easily you can do that. Just find the files that you want to work with that you already have on your device. Maybe they're in the camera area, maybe you already made a folder with them in it, or maybe you just took everything and the device automatically made folders. Okay, just find the files you want to work with inside the Samsung My Gallery application. So for instance, let's use the photos that I took on the iPhone XS or XS. Okay, so let's just pretend these files are some files that I took, or photos that I took, or videos that I took on a job. And now I come in here and I want to work with them. So I can use Samsung software to work on any one of these photos or videos. I can edit the photo or the video and make my changes to it. Okay, and we have all these tools to make changes. And then when I'm done, I can save it. Okay, and also what's nice about Samsung software, at any point you can revert back to the original, or you can save it to have the original copy and the edited copy. Okay, so you can work with it, you can save a copy, or you can have the original copy and the edited copy. Okay, and also if you want to let the software do all of the work, if you hit the 3-dot hamburger menu in the bottom right here, we'll get some additional options. And one of the options is the remaster photo option, right? And with the remaster option, it will let the software scan the photo or the video and optimize it for what it thinks is best. And then you can save the remastered photo or video, or you can save the original. Or as I said earlier, you can save both copies. So you can have a remastered copy and an original copy. Okay, so if we click the remaster button, the software is going to go ahead and scan, and it's going to make the optimizations to the photo that it thinks is best. Now, you see it's split into two panes. We have the before pane and we have the after pane. So before is the original photo with no changes, and the after is the software changes that the software thinks is best to add. And you can scroll using that arrow that splits the two between the two. So maybe you think the original is better, maybe you think the after edited image is better. You can scroll across and find the best image for yourself. And then once you're done, you can hit save, and that will rewrite the original into the remaster, or in my opinion, if you want to keep both versions, maybe you want to do another edit, you can hit the 3-dot hamburger menu in the bottom right again, and you can save the remastered copy. When you hit save a copy, that saves the remastered copy as its own copy, but that also gives you the original untouched. So that gives you the remastered edited version, and you still have access to the original, and that's what I would recommend. Okay? But that's how you would do that if you want to let the software do the work, or if you want to use the Samsung software. Now, personally, the two pieces of software that I go back and forth through when I'm editing is the Samsung software for photos and videos, and then I also use the Google Photos software. And in my opinion, these are two of the best editing applications for editing photos and videos that come on your device, standard out of the box, and they're free to use. All right, so I can recommend the stock Samsung Gallery application and all of its editing tools, and I can recommend the Google Photos application and all of its editing tools. And these applications are available on your Samsung Galaxy Android device or Android devices in general out of the box. Okay, so that's what I can recommend. Now, let's say you went ahead and you worked with your files and you have all your files sorted out and you want to go ahead and make a folder. Now, to make a folder, you just have to press and hold, and now you can select all the items or deselect all the items that you want to put in your folder, right? And then once you selected or deselected the items you want to add, you can see on the bottom here, we could choose what we want to do. All right, so we can make a GIF or GIF here, or make animated photos here. We can do that with the left, or we can share it to social media or any one of our contacts. Now, I'm not going to click the share button because I don't want to put anybody's personal information on blast or have anybody's photos in the video, but you can share to social media or share to your contacts. You can delete it. Maybe you don't like it. You want to delete everything and start over. Or you can hit the more 3-dot hamburger menu in the bottom right, and you can do some other options. So you can copy everything to another photo album on your device. You can move everything to another photo album on your device. You can add location tags, okay, to all the photos in this particular album. You can delete it, you can edit the timestamp, you can add locations and edit it, or you can move it and make another folder out of it. So that's what we're going to do. So we're going to click move, and it's going to ask you where you want to move it to. But on the top right, you can see we have a create button, and here you can create another folder with all the items or media that you worked with on your Samsung device. So you can add a title, and you can select the storage location. So if you have a micro SD card on your Samsung device, you can store it on the internal storage, meaning it will move faster, or you can store it on the SD external storage if you want to potentially move it around or take it out of your device. Okay, I always recommend, because you want to keep your internal storage as clean and fast as possible, that you store it to the SD card. Okay, so I always move my stuff to my SD card, and then I name it and create it, and then I go ahead and work with it. Now, I already have this folder created with the media on it, but I just wanted to show y'all what this menu looks like. So we're going to go ahead and back out of here and hit cancel. And we're going to back out of this. I wanted to just show y'all all of these options. So we're going to back out of that. And then here, you can see I already created this folder and I have the media in it. And you can see I named it the iPhone XS photos and video samples, right? Now, this particular album is saved on the internal storage of my device. Let's say I did this album for a customer or on site, and I want to give the customer this completed album or volume of work. So again, I have my thumb drive or flash drive plugged into the device. I worked with the files. I'm ready to transfer it to the thumb drive so I can give it to the customer and, see how they like it. Or my job is done. I'm giving them the product on the flash drive. I'm giving them the product. They're paying me for the transaction. The job is done. So now, how do we transfer this completed work onto the flash drive? Well, that's very easy. With this done here, all we have to do now is remember the name of the folder that we created. That's very important. Then we push the home button, and then we're going to go into our app drawer, and we're going to go to the Samsung folder, or you can find in search, you can do the same thing, and we're going to click on the My Files application. All right, I have things foldered for organization, but if you go in your app drawer here and you can't find the My Files application, you can just search for it up at the top here. And when you start typing, it should automatically come up. And you just tap on the My Files Samsung Gallery or Samsung application. And this is going to take you into the back end where you can work with the files or transfer the files onto other media. And here you can see, as I showed y'all at the beginning of the video, we can see our USB storage, our USB flash drive is detected. So now we can go ahead and interact with files on this flash drive. So we can move, we can delete, we can edit, so on and so forth, files on this flash drive. So now all we have to do is find the completed work that we had on our device. So maybe it's in the internal storage, maybe it's on the SD card. You have to find it, remember where you stored it, and then you want to go and you want to find it. Also, if you can't find it, you can hit the search icon up at the top, and you just have to start typing in the name, and this will do an overall search on your device. So we can just type in iPhone, okay? And you can see as we type in the correct title, the file or folder that we created will be found. So you can see there's the volume of work or folder that I created with the files in it. And that's what we want to transfer to our USB flash drive. Now to transfer it, it's very easy. We just have to press and hold to select it. And then you can see after you press and hold here, we can do a few things. So you can see a drop down menu came up across the bottom, and we can copy this folder, okay, and then move it and paste it, or we can move this folder all together to our flash drive. All right, so again, let's say you worked on something, you're ready to give it to the client. We're just going to copy this or move this to the flash drive, and then you can unplug the flash drive and give it to the client. So we're going to click move, and now it's selected for moving, okay, and then we just have to hit back and then hit back again, and then we got to just click the flash drive, and then we can move it onto the flash drive here. So let's say I just wanted to move it directly onto the flash drive. You can see I'm now on the flash drive, and I just want to click the option that's now lit up that says move here. All right, and you can see once I hit move here, it will start transferring that file to the flash drive. Okay, and depending on how much work you have on the folder that you created, this may go faster or slower depending on if you have photos or videos in whatever folder that you created that you want to give away or transfer to other media. All right, And now you can see the transfer is done. And you can see the new folder has been added to the flash drive here. And you can see what's nice about the Samsung software is that it gives you the new icon when something new has been added, right? And so now this is done. The work is done. The files have been transferred to the flash drive. Again, you can use external storage if you would like external hard drives, so on and so forth. So now you can unplug the flash drive and you're good to go. All right, unplug it, give it to the customer, everybody's happy, you're good to go. Now, another good thing about this is you still have the original copies on your device. So if the customer goes away, they look at it and they call you like a couple days or like a week later, and they was like, you know, Mr. Drummond or Eric, I was looking through the files and you did a great job, but there's 1 or 2 files that I would like to know if you could do some changes on. Can you know, this file, this name? Sure, I can do that. Or can we modify this file, this name? Sure, I can do that. And I have the originals, so there's no need for them to bring it back to me and, you know, for me to make another copy and then send it to them, or for them to come and get that copy and take it back. I can email it to them. I can any way I want to transfer it to them, I can transfer it to them. Or if they want the physical copy, they just come back, I plug back in the flash drive I gave them, I make the changes, and then I make a new copy with a new name, and then I put it on the flash drive that I gave them, and then there they go. Okay? So that's the beauty of it here, right? And then also, if they want to keep the originals, so let's say I erased everything after the work was done, so they have the originals, I don't have any copies, and they come back to me with the flash drive here, I can just plug it back into my device will detect it, and then I just go into the Samsung My Files application, find the work that I was working on. In this particular case, we're going to go back to that folder that I already made, and I can work with the files straight from the flash drive. So I can work with it straight from the flash drive. So I can pick any one of these files, right? Now if I tap on it, it automatically opens up in the Samsung Gallery application, okay? And I can do some things with the files here. I can get some details, I can work with it, or I can back up and I can open the files and work with them in different applications, right? So you can see I can hit the 3-dot hamburger menu on the bottom, and I can choose which application I want to open the file with. So in this particular instance, let's open this up with Google Photos. And you see, I have a variety of different editing applications that I like to use depending on what work needs to get done. But let's open this particular file in Google Photos, right? And so now I can work on this file in Google Photos. I can make changes, I could do different edits to it, and then I can save it and give it back to them, right? And then also, I can get different information from it based on hitting different menus, all right? So good stuff. And then also, if all of the options are not available for me to work with it, I can transfer that particular file back to my device, and I'll get full access to it. Once it's transferred, I can make the edits, save the new file, and then transfer it back to the flash drive. All right, and then give it back to the customer, and everybody's happy. All right, so that, guys and gals, does it for this video. And again, this was just a tutorial on how to transfer files to and from different media using Samsung software or Samsung devices. So this will work on a Samsung tablet, any generation of Samsung phones, Samsung laptops as long as they're running Android. Okay, if they're running Windows, it's going to be a little bit different. Okay, but that's how you would do that. And again, this is if you want to use the Samsung software to work on and transfer the files. All right, because we're all comfortable with the devices and products and software that we're comfortable with, and sometimes we don't want to have to learn new software. Sometimes we don't want to have to take the files and like put it on a Windows PC and then use the Windows software to work with it. Maybe we're already comfortable with the Samsung software and that's what we want to use. That's what this tutorial is helping everyone with. All right. So I hope everyone found this video helpful. If you did, you know what to do. I hope everyone is having a great day. Okay. I hope everyone is staying safe out there, and I will catch everyone on the next one. We are out of here, everyone. Have a good one. Peace.